Everything happens in life for a reason. God has strategically placed you where you are at this moment for such a time as this. Think about where you are and why you could possibly be there. A lot of times we never notice, we always miss what God is doing in our lives because we're so focused on what's going on around us as far as, problems in our lives, distractions overall. And all the while, God is trying to get our attention. He's trying to lead us where He wants us to be. He's ordering our steps if we'll just follow. See, everything is not going to be perfect. A lot of times when we're on these jobs, we can be very knowledgeable about the job itself, but all at the same time, we end up leaving that job because of some dislikes about the job. And so we end up missing out on the blessing. We end up delaying our blessings. And this is not all the time. I'm just saying from experience, from things where I can look back and say, God has always been with me. God has always tried to get me to a certain point, and then I will give up. I can look back now and honestly say that God had me in position to be blessed, to be in my purpose, and it didn't go through because of a choice that I made or a wrong turn that I decided to make. Instead of just sitting still and doing what I was supposed to do. And so I just want you to think about where God has placed you. How you can be of service in the place that you are in right now. It doesn't have to be a job. It can be your home life. It could be, in your family. It could be a job, Whatever you're involved in, look at how you can be impactful. Look at how you can somehow make a change, a positive change. Look at how you can use your influence, your knowledge, your platform to encourage, to uplift, to teach. Most likely, you are placed in an area where you're going to move. You're there now for a reason, and God is going to elevate you further or where he have you at right now, you are strategically placed there to make a change. But ultimately, it's up to you to make the decision to go forth, to let God order your steps. You know, when we try to do things in our own strength, in our own might, it's always a failure. It doesn't work out for us. And then you're not doing what God has placed you here to do. So guess what? If you're not going to do it, it's going to get done. God is going to make sure that the things that he needs to get done here on earth, whatever it may be, if you're not doing, he got someone else lined up and ready to go, or preparing to go, to pick up their cross and do what needs to be done. And your purpose, your blessing could look a lot different than someone else's. Just because you're not a millionaire and you don't have the nicest things does not mean that you're not blessed. You got a roof over your head, clothes on your back. You got breath in your body. You're more than blessed. You're highly favored, because you can look back. So many people is not here anymore. They don't have a chance, the chances that we have to do better in life, to be better. So think about your position. And it doesn't mean where you are that that's where you're going to stay. God works in his own time, but don't think that you're somewhere just for no reason, that is no purpose in it. There's purpose wherever you go. Whatever you're doing, there's purpose. Whoever you meet, you run into in your life, there's purpose behind it. Whether it's a good or bad experience, there's purpose behind it. And later on in life, those things, those revelations will come to you, and you will realize why you experience certain things in your life. Things will come to you. But right now, in order for you to continue to elevate and continue to go to the places that God needs you to be at, you gotta let him order your steps. You gotta walk in the direction that he's taking you. And I was led to Esther chapter 4, and it's verse 14. I'm going to read this to you guys, and it says, "For if you remain silent at this time, liberation and rescue will arise for the Jews from another place, and you and your father's house will perish, since you did not help when you had the chance. And who knows whether you have attained royalty for such a time as this, and for this very purpose." Just be proactive in being a part of the solution instead of letting things just fall by the wayside. Just know everything is not going to look the way you want it to look. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's not for you. Pray about it. Talk to God about it. Be led by God. Have faith. and let God work. Watch how His perfect plan unfolds in your life. When you let go and let God and let Him change things about you, let Him work in your life, let Him develop you in the ways that He needs to, and that comes through situations, that comes through experiences in your life, good and bad. Make sure you're keeping your eyes planted on the Heavenly Father. Make sure you're allowing Him to work in you and change you. Don't be stubborn. Don't be just nonchalant about your path, your walk with God, because He's serious about the things that He needs to get done here on earth. And if you're willing, not only are you a child of His and you're loved and you're protected, but you're blessed and highly favored. And He don't play about you, period. But you gotta give Him the opportunity. You got to stay on the road that He has in front of you. He will not let you down. He is not a man that He should lie.